Welcome in to No One to Blame. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. I'm here with my co-host, Kevin. Kevin, say what's up to the people.
Good day. Good day.
You can check Kevin out at Kevin3E2 on X/Twitter. Check me out at do_Neffy. Releasing all of our plays, upcoming NFL stuff, upcoming content. You'll find everything there, guys. This episode, guys, is brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. We're also excited about this one. We're brought to you guys by BetUS. Listen up, sports bettors. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back for their 30th year of sports action. They're offering the industry's leading sign-up bonus of up to 125%, which is insane, guys. That's incredible. BetUS offers lines on all your favorite sports. They'll offer live in-game wagering, which we all need to know. We're watching the game, place a live bet, and the chance to build your own prop. Very unique, guys. Very unique. That's right. If you're looking for live in-game action, daily odds boosters, incredible props, a top-tier racebook, shout out Slot Baffert, and an unbeatable casino experience, look no further, guys. They got it all. I've already placed week one wagers, guys. We're getting excited. We're getting close. We got a show that's going to be airing on 9/5 live for the first game between the Ravens and the Chiefs. I already got a teaser placed. We'll cover all that later. Don't forget, guys, lastly, with BetUS, fast payouts, exceptional one-on-one customer service. Sign up now, BetUS.com, and use that promo code DUE, D-U-E, promo code DUE to get that amazing sign-up bonus. The account managers are available 24/7 to help you get started. We can reach them at 1-800-792-3887 or 1-800-79-BETUS. BetUS, America's favorite sports book. All right, D-Gens, that was for you. What's up, Bills Mafia? Oh, wrong show. Kev, news and notes.
Catch that on all the other Duchamp shows. News and notes. We've got right now we got a preseason game going on. We got Philly at New England. Line ended, I think, New England -3, over under 34.5. Back-to-back shows for us. Hammer the under. I think it's 10-3 in the third quarter. So preseason rolling. Roll the under.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Right.
I don't know what the total is for unders yet on the preseason, guys, but since the first game, they've got to be hitting at like a 75% clip. Yeah. Preseason unders. We said it a long time ago, guys. Get in on it.
I think
what else is going on, Kev, in the wide world of sports that's going to have some impact on us, fantasy-wise, gambling-wise? What's noteworthy right now?
You know, we're still in that preseason mode, so you got some bad news with injuries. A little bit of that. We've got Marquise Brown, and I think we talked a little bit about this, probably 4 to 6 weeks out with a shoulder dislocation.
I saw that is the same thing that Tyreek Hill had, either 3 seasons ago, maybe on the Chiefs. Is that right?
3 or 4, yeah. Probably sounds right.
He missed the first 4 games. He injured it week 1. I think he came back week 5 is what I heard. So, yeah, it's a bummer. Sucks to suck, Chiefs fans.
So I've heard this early in the week and then heard it again today. Chase Brown's been running with the ones and in passing situations. So he's kind of showing out, second-year running back. He's one of my hot guys this year.
I was gonna say that's your guy, Cincinnati Bengals. So him and Zach Moss going head to head there. You've been hammering Chase Brown over Zach Moss this whole offseason.
I took him about 3 rounds too early, you thought, in my mock draft the other day, right?
Hey, nothing changes there, dude. That was still a shit pick. You could have got him later.
Hey, go get your guys, right?
Go get your guys, man.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors, day-to-day. I think he might actually came back today, ankle injury. I don't think it's anything serious. Gibbs, hamstring. No big worries there from what they're saying. He'll probably just take it easy till the season starts, would be my guess.
Hey, hang on a second. So I'm kind of getting a little mixed messaging with this Gibbs. Same thing with Neighbors. It's so cryptic right now. Is this going to affect where you're drafting David Montgomery or start noticing him a little bit more? How about are you taking Gibbs in the first round still with this either of the
I would say depending on how what they're saying in that last like week before the season, kind of how
okay.
they're playing it would maybe dictate that. If you're taking Gibbs like late one, kind of where he's going, maybe it pushes him down, maybe Montgomery up a little bit.
If you're drafting tonight, are you taking him in the late first round?
It might sway me into maybe going like Saquon or Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, it might. Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. Okay.
You get them soft tissue injuries. They sometimes they can, they linger or they pop up again. So,
a hammy, a groin, that's going to linger, especially as a running back.
Yep. We also, what we got here? JJ McCarthy, torn meniscus, right knee. They put him on the IR. They said he's going to be out for the year. So
he wasn't even going to start for them, was he?
No. Sam Darnold is going to be the starter, and then you know how that goes. By week maybe 6 or 7. I don't know when their bye week is, but fans would start probably clamoring for JJ at that point.
Yep.
So. Jordan Addison. So he had the injury, carted off with the leg injury on Wednesday. And then today, double whammy. He found out he got 2 charges in his asleep at the wheel the other day. So he's having a terrible year.
Not a great offseason for Jordan Addison.
Not a good offseason.
Yep. Let me be the one to deliver this horrible news. Matt Milano, torn bicep injury. Everyone in Buffalo's seen it. We all drove home from work today with tears streaming down our face. Our guy was out for most of the year last year, comes back looking pretty good in camp, maybe a little sluggish, got to knock off some of the rust. Torn bicep, pushing a tackling dummy from the reports I'm reading, which is kind of just salt in a wound. Could come back in December. I'm going to stay optimistic with it. Next man up mentality in Buffalo, but unfortunately our next man up is not great. So we're looking at Dorian Williams, maybe our 3rd round pick, not something that we want to see. So yeah, rough news, Bills Mafia, rough news. But if Milano comes back in December towards our playoff push, we're here for it. Hey, we got a comment here, Kev. We're going back to
I see that.
We got Lon Navin out in Washington right now watching the show. Is Justin Jefferson quarterback proof? Ooh, Kev, yes. What do you think?
I think that's pretty simple. Yes. I'd see him. They're going to, like we talked about, Sam Darnold is going to start anyway. If I'm Sam Darnold in that situation, hey, if you don't know where to go with it, you know where to go with it. Justin Jefferson. Right. So,
and what did we just touch on before, right? Jordan Addison just went off, right? So, Justin Jefferson stock, bye to the moon.
You might need to look at them receptions and yards on the over for Justin Jefferson.
There we go. We got some news. Anytime you guys get news like that, go check the lines. Hit the lines before they change. I had a buddy. We call him the Casino. He lives in Charlotte, texted me earlier before the show, Casino Miguel, and he's telling me, hey, Atlanta, they signed Simmons. Is he the safety from the Broncos? Right? Yep. And they just signed, they just grabbed Judon from New England. Dude, weak division. Falcons prices might be a little cheap right now, guys. Hop on Bet US. Go look at their odds. We're going to touch on that a little bit later in the show. A little bit of a teaser, but yeah. What about got anything on CeeDee Lamb?
Hey, what was that soap opera, that show back in the day, Dallas? Yeah, it's all over. I mean, it's the typical Jerry Jones show. Jerry don't know how to handle the situations. They're going to be going back and forth on X probably here pretty soon. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. Be interested to see how long CD's going to keep relatively quiet about it before he starts kind of popping off. So we'll see.
Well, they were already kind of going back in the news. He had commented, I don't know if it was on Twitter or if it was on Instagram, but he basically, I think it was on Twitter. I think he quote tweeted something, Jerry Jones remarked and just said, LOL. Which I love it, dude. This league, these wide receivers, dude. It's not Stephon Diggs now. We don't have to worry about it. I love watching this from afar. This is the shit
Jerry's
that we deal with in Buffalo, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy that it's not our guy.
Yep. Hey, pretty soon Jerry's gonna call Dez Bryant, get Dez Bryant out of the woodworks,
dude. Here we go. Would you be surprised?
Actually, I think I see where Dez Bryant kid is in college somewhere right now.
No shit.
Playing football for, I can't remember who it was. Anyway,
he's gonna go play with Coach Prime.
Coach Prime, probably, yeah.
Speaking of Coach Prime, Kev, preseason AP Top 25 for college football. Rankings came out, I believe it was last week. Initial reaction.
It was earlier this week, maybe.
Earlier this week? Okay.
Maybe. Top probably 4 or probably kind of what everybody thought. We got Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, Oregon at 3, Texas at 4. Then you got Bama at 5, Roll Tide. They're still, hey, Saban's gone. It don't matter. They're still in the top 5.
Some of those recruits are going to stay around. That Crimson Tide money still runs deep, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny is that money don't run as deep as Texas, though. But they'll still get theirs.
They'll get theirs.
Yeah, 6, you got Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is a sneaky pick this year to maybe get into that top 4. We'll see. Lane Kiffin, as much as I hated him as a Raiders coach, he's kind of got the college thing. It's kind of right in his wheelhouse right now, I think.
I love Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, you weren't a Raiders fan though, so that was the that was the Al Davis putting the projector up.
Yeah,
and that was classic.
Yeah.
7, we got Notre Dame. Hey, every year somebody from the preseason top 10 falls out of the top 25 completely.
Yep.
Hey, somebody in that top 10 is not going to be there at the end of the year. Penn State at 8. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Notre Dame as one of those. I think I just saw earlier this week Notre Dame had a massive, I think it was offensive line injury. Guy tore his pec. I think he's out for the season. So look out for some of that.
All right, we got Penn State at 8, Michigan at 9. Michigan lost a lot of players. Obviously, they lost Harbaugh. I could see them kind of dropping to. I could see them kind of falling off a cliff after that run last year. You got Florida State at 10. QB's gone. DJU from former Clemson, he's been everywhere. Is a quarterback now. Mizzou, you got Missouri at 11. Utah at 12. You got any comments on any of them guys?
No, because this is gonna get shooken up so crazy after from week 0 to week 2. I could just see a lot of this is going to change. All the realignments that there's so many good football games this year with all the new conference realignments. But Student 666, the most annoying college fans are Duke basketball and Notre Dame football. Amen, brother.
Yeah,
amen.
Trust me, my wife's a Duke fan, and one of my best friends back home is a Notre Dame fan. So yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one, right?
Careful, dude.
Yeah. So 12, Utah, LSU at 13. LSU lost Brian Thomas, Neighbors, quarterback Daniels. So there are a lot of offensive weapons gone. They typically tend to reload a little bit. We'll see. Clemson, you got Cade Klubnik. You got see if he's actually going to be the guy, being a top recruit coming out. Dabo's on the hot seat. Dabo is on the hot seat.
Oh yeah.
He just refuses to get into the portal.
Isn't that a huge red flag when one of the coaches is just saying, "Hey, This seems like an unfair advantage. Like, I don't know, Jim.
Yeah. So Tennessee at 15, Oklahoma at 16, 17, Oklahoma State, K-State at 18, U got the U at 19. That could be one of the teams that fall out of the top 25. They're at 19, so they're not super high anyway. But sorry, Duco. That's one of my boys back home. He's a huge Miami fan. Texas A&M at 20, Arizona 21, Kansas 22. Kansas just moving up that football. Yeah, moving up that football ladder, right? USC 23. I mean, I got on my notes here. They were 8-5 with the number 1 pick at quarterback last year. Now he's gone. So I don't see them being great. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
No, man, I don't think a lot of these teams are that good. I think this is very top heavy this year. 1 through 5, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Bama. You're going to see some shaking up, but those teams, man, I mean, Georgia had 46 of the votes. Ohio State, a distant second at 15, and Oregon had 1. I mean,
only thing that's going to stop Georgia,
injury, dude. Yeah.
Only thing stopping Georgia is the state troopers in Georgia.
That's the truth. We're going to touch more on this, guys. We're going to do some college football picks, preseason picks. We might do some win totals on it next week. We're gonna go ahead and pick a few winners that we like to win the college football playoff. Just wanted to kind of run through the rankings real quick, see how everything looks here. So, not much else to touch on here, Kev.
Yep.
If it is what it is. The rankings are what they are right now. Check back in a week after week 0; they're going to be different. So, all right, guys. So tonight we're getting into gambling. Finally, we had talked fantasy the past couple weeks. Getting you prepped for your fantasy drafts. Everyone should start drafting probably within the next 3 weeks or so. Make sure you guys go check those out. We did a live mock draft last week, which I thought was awesome. We're getting into player props specifically today. Next week, we're going to be doing some AFC futures along with the college football futures. 2 weeks from now, NFC futures, and we're going to start touching on week 1. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. We're going to start today, guys. League leaders for all stats. Okay, we're grabbing these odds from betus.com. You guys already heard my 5-minute spiel on betus.com.
Promo code
DO. We're going to start passing yards. Season leaders for passing yards. So the format, guys, we're going to take who we think is going to win it, and then we're going to toss out 1 or 2 players with some odds that we like that are juicy. All right, Kev, why don't you lead us off passing yards? Season-long leader in passing yards.
Okay, so I've got I have Dak. Basically, I think winning it. I just think the running game is so bad there that they're going to kind of do what they did that second half of the season last year. As long as CeeDee's out, if CeeDee's playing, then I've got Dak. Is it plus 650 on BetUS?
Okay.
That's who I kind of got as the winner. Okay. I like the odds on a Josh Allen, plus 1,800.
Yes.
I mean, that's they're going to throw it. They're going to rely on him. It's going to be all through him. So I like that at plus 1,800.
So on DoChampions.com or DoChampions.com, DoChampions Socials, we put out BetUS had a promo. I think Josh Allen's season-long passing yards are 3,750. I think that's what the line's set at right now. Our analysts, our data guys, shout out Jake, shout out the other one that I don't remember his name. They got him around 3,900. So a comfortable 150, 200 yards above what the projections are, guys. You gotta take that value when it's there. I love Josh Allen at plus 1,800 to lead the league in passing. More importantly, I love the Josh Allen prop. So for passing yards, leaders for all stats, I like CJ Stroud at plus 600. I know they got Mixon. and they want to run the ball. I just think that he's going to be slinging the ball, man. He's got another weapon, thou who shall not be named. Still hasn't even bought a house there, I don't think. But, another factor here, they brought in Mixon. They're going to be throwing Mixon the ball, too. He catches balls out of the backfield.
Yep.
I think Stroud eclipses 400 yards passing several times this year. I think that's going to be a thing.
Really?
I do. Book it. For the odds, some guys, I think, Tua at plus 800, I took a look at. Burrow at plus 850, I took a look at. And then you want a long shot? Trevor Lawrence. Right? He's got Gator
that.
Gabe. Gator Gabe's down there. Finally, he's in Florida where he belongs, in his little swamp down there. But they added Brian Thomas. They got Christian Kirk. Travis Etienne's catching balls out of the backfield. Look for a rebound season for Trevor Lawrence. I like the value at plus 2,500.
Yep, I love that one. Yep.
All right, rushing yards. League leaders for rushing yards. Kevin, who's winning it?
I've got Saquon. I think they're just going to run the rock in Philly, plus 650. So he's up there in the top, 2 or 3 on the odds anyway. I like that. Kind of a little bit of a dark horse. I thought this was a pretty good number because he's going to be the lone back in Atlanta, but Bijan plus 1,100.
Hang on. Are you forgetting about Tyler Algier?
I don't want to hear anything about Tyler Algier.
Okay.
It's the preseason. It's the preseason. Every backup to every position is like the hot name. He's not. He's going to get his carries, but Bijan's getting the bulk of that load. So,
all right.
Yep, that's where I'm at on that.
All right. So Kev likes Saquon to win it. Likes Bijan at plus 1,100 for his odds. I like those plays. I'm going Jonathan Taylor. Resurgence year, good old line. They're going to be leaning on him to run the rock a little bit more with Anthony Richardson being hurt last year. They don't want Richardson scrambling, getting hurt as much. It's natural for him. He's going to do it. I think he's going to be a good fantasy contributor. But Jonathan Taylor plus 600 to lead the lead in rushing. That's where I'm going. With my odds, I'm going Derrick Henry plus 1,000. It's Baltimore. It's Derrick Henry. Maybe we're overthinking this one. And then I also like Bijan as well at plus 1,100. New offensive coordinator. They got to do something better than they did last year, right? I don't think they can get worse.
Yeah.
So, all right. Receiving yards, Kev. Who's going to lead the league in receiving yards?
Well, I'm assuming that Jerry don't piss him off too bad. I got CeeDee Lamb plus 650 to win it. I like the odds on Jamar Chase plus 900. Burrow obviously back. He's going to get monster targets there. Yeah, that's kind of my two I got there. Any thoughts on them?
Yeah, I don't think CeeDee Lamb's going to do it. I think he did it last year. I don't think he's going to do it again. I like Jamar Chase. I also have Jamar Chase for my odds at plus 900. Burrow is going to be slinging the rock. That's his guy. I think we might see what Dak and CD Lee did last year. I think we might see that with Burrow and Chase this year. I did take Tyreek Hill at plus 600 to lead the league in receiving yards. This dude, he almost got 2,000 last year. If he didn't get nicked up, he could have got 2,000. And at plus 600, I just feel like why not throw a couple shekels on that, right? I had Chase with you. We got Lon Navanaugh coming in from Washington. Jamar Chase still holding. Is Jamar Chase holding out, Kev? Do you know anything about that?
Nah, not that I'm aware of. He holding in. Yeah, he might be at camp sitting on the Gatorade cooler just resting. But I think he's. Is
that what that means?
I think he's good.
Love it.
Good.
Love it.
Yep.
I also went with Amon-Ra St. Brown at a plus 1,100. I like that as well. Receiving touchdowns, Kev. Who's going to lead the league in receiving touchdowns?
Well, I'm kind of, that Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like that. You had on the receiving yards. I like it on the TDs, plus 1,400. I just think that offense is going to be clicking. second year together. You got Amon-Ra. Laporta's going to be a little bit better. I just think the offense in general is going to put up more yards. I think Goff's going to have more yards passing than he did last year. And then I like, as far as my odds, DK Metcalf plus 2,500. That offense is going to open up compared to what it typically has in the past with the new Washington coordinator. So I like DK.
So I think it's going to open up. I think they're going to run the rock more. That's what I think. They have a true timeshare in the backfield. I think they're going to run the ball more this year.
I don't think they could run it more than they had.
I know, man. I'm just saying. I know they're going to pass it more, but I think they're going to go more play action. They got to set that up with the run. But to your point, DK Metcalf plus 2,500, lead the league in receiving touchdowns. Value, people. All right. I've actually placed these 3 wagers. What's that?
STR. That's shit to remember. Put that in the books.
Okay.
Yep. Put that in the books.
Some shit to remember. I took Jamar Chase plus 1,000 to lead the league in touchdowns. Amazing value there. Once again, for everything we touched on for him, maybe leaving in receiving yards. I just think he comes out and has that monster year that we've been, waiting for. We've seen it a couple years ago with the injury to him, Burrow, both of them kind of being nicked up at different times. The NFL is very much what have you done for me lately league. I think Jamar Chase is going to have a big year. All the hype and fantasies on Cooper Kupp, right? Cooper Kupp plus 3,500 to lead the league in receiving touchdowns. I did it. I love
it.
Why not, dude?
Hey, I told you. Year. I got Kupp over Puka. I'm telling you.
Did people forget when they won the Super Bowl who was the most dominant receiver that year?
He was the best wide receiver for a couple year stretch there before he got hurt. I think people forget how good he was.
2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you're going to love this one, dude. Kyle Pitts plus 5,000. Boom.
Nope.
Let's go. Kyle Pitts season. Book it.
Don't like it at all. All right, let's move on from that. Yeah, move on.
Leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Kev, who you got? Who you like?
Rushing touchdowns. I got CMC plus 600. Kind of chalk there. He's they get in. He's going to get the rushing in the red zone. He's going to get his. He always does. My odds, I like Breece Hall plus 1,600. He caught a lot of passes out of the backfield last year because the quarterback play was so bad. This year with Rodgers, I think he'll get a little more run than the dump offs out of the backfield. So, plus 1,600. I'll give that. I'll try that out.
Why not?
Yep.
You got a quarterback that can actually move the ball down the field, open up them running lanes. Yeah, why not? Once again, I think we're a little soft. I think the market's even soft fantasy-wise and prop-wise. Derrick Henry, lead the league in rushing touchdowns. Dude, I know Lamar is there, but how many times are they going to watch Lamar get hit, go down with an injury? Dude, they brought in Derrick Henry to run the rock. They're going to be down there. Their offense is great. Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, a bunch of wide receivers that never do jack shit. They got them all. So Derrick Henry's going to be running the ball.
Yeah, I like Lamar Jackson's going to stop running the ball as much as he has as the years go on. So I like that one.
Those knees are getting weak. Shout out, Wootsy Woo. Everybody, like and share. Come check us out. Get in. Do you like our picks? Do you not? Are we idiots? Tell us. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we know we're idiots, but let's hear yours.
I like Derrick Henry plus 650 to lead the league in rushing touchdowns. Now, for my long shots, Jonathan Taylor. If he's going to lead the league in rushing yards, there's a good chance that he's going to be there in rushing touchdowns plus 1,400. David Montgomery, if that Gibbs injury lingers, plus 1,800. Joe Mixon, right? A good offense is going to be in the red zone more often than not. Joe Mixon plus 2,500, lead the league in rushing touchdowns. Those are a couple long shots that I like. Haven't touched any of those personally yet. I do like the Henry one, though. We got something here about Jamar Chase again. Heard today on the Sirius Radio Fantasy Channel that Chase hasn't practiced yet and has been holding in, looking for a contract. Higgins as a target. Solid reporting there from Lon Lavin in Bellingham, Washington. Yeah, we love T. Higgins on this podcast for fantasy.
Yep.
Love him.
He definitely is on the quiet hold in on that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. He's out there, like I think, like you said, probably sitting in that water cooler. You know, he might be getting some of that, what he thinks is veteran rest.
Yeah.
Kevin, passing touchdowns for the season. What do you like?
I got another Dak here, passing touchdowns plus 750.
Nope.
You'd think I'd be higher in my fantasy on my quarterback rankings with all this Dak I've got in these futures here, but these league leaders. Again, with Ferguson in the red zone, if CD's playing the volume strictly on volume alone, I feel like he's got a shot. So
who else is he passing the ball to?
Hey, Ferguson and CD, that's all you need.
So is CD going to catch 20? Ferguson's going to catch 10, and then just a bunch of miscellaneous guys?
Rico Dowdle out of the backfield.
Lead the league in passing touchdowns. To lead the league in passing touchdowns, you got to be, 35, 40?
Yeah, you got it. And he's going to be right there. I don't remember what he had last year, but they had a slow start, and he still was, finished strong.
I like this next one. Who do you like for your odds for passing touchdowns here?
I'm sure you do. I got again, Josh Allen plus 1,200. I know you guys might think I'm starting to drink the Bills Kool-Aid, but that's not the case. But plus 1,200, I'll take it.
Welcome.
Plus 1,200, I'll take it.
We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. It's warm. The water's warm over here. Come on in. I like that. Josh Allen plus 1,200 passing touchdowns. Love that a lot. Okay. I got two. I got two who I like. And the reason I took two is because their odds are so close together. I got Burrow at plus 1,100, and I got Josh Allen at plus 1,200. For every reason you just said about Josh Allen at plus 1,200, I don't need to get into it that much more. But he's going to be spreading the ball out. I know we want to run the ball, but I just think Josh is going to be passing this year. He does not have to focus on Diggs and getting all those forced targets. He's going to be able to spread the ball and make good decisions, not have to force the ball. I love it this year. I also think that Burrow-Chase connection, you guys are seeing it up and down, up and down. I mean,
we got somebody in the chat.
Happen.
Got somebody in the chat.
Oh.
Rebecca.
Yeah, here we go, Kev.
Yep. You're right. I probably have been. Yep.
Kev, you have been hanging out with me way too much. If you're talking about Josh Allen, yeah. We got another one. Big Eagles fan here. South Philly from the neighborhood. What are we saying? All right. For my long shots on my odds, I love Trevor Lawrence plus 3,000 league and passing touchdowns. They got the weapons. Their running back catches balls out of the backfield. You sent me something about Derek Carr possibly getting traded to the Vikings. I tossed Derek Carr plus 4,000. If Derek Carr gets traded to the Vikings, now this is before I knew that Addison got hurt. Okay. So Derek Carr plus 4,000. If he's traded to the Vikings, I love that bet. If he stays on the Saints, save your money. Okay. If he goes to the Vikings, toss some money on Derek Carr plus 4,000. Maybe do it before he gets traded. Because if he gets traded to the Vikings with Justin Jefferson, those odds are going to go way, way, way down.
Yeah, if you want to take him now before he goes.
Thigh Doctor coming in. Represent, girls. Represent. Thigh Doctor. Love to see it. All right, Kev. Let's check this out from Matt. Josh will lead the league in total touchdowns. We have him at 29 touchdowns. BetUS has him at 27.5. Smash the over. Yes, Matt, you're 100% right. That is a bet that I have placed. We love free money. We love it.
Yep.
Kev, who's leading the league in sacks this year?
sacks. So this is our only defensive category we're hitting today. But I've got TJ Watt winning it at plus 450.
Chalky, but why not, right?
Chalk. I mean, he's always getting his if he's healthy. Odds. I've got Max Crosby plus 600. The dude's got. He's nonstop, man. He just gets after it. Now you got Wilkins in the middle to take some pressure off of him. So I like that at plus 600.
Spot on Raiders analysis that no one needs, but we're listening to it anyways. Thanks, Kev.
Got to sprinkle a little Raiders into this Bills. We need to get some silver and black
today.
A little silver and black dew gears. What we need.
All right. So I went chalk with you, Kev. I went Myles Garrett plus 500. The dude's a beast. That Cleveland defense is so aggressive. You know, he's going to be out there eating. It's going to be him, Watt. I just, Crosby, all those guys are up there. Myles Garrett plus 500. I love it. I also threw a flyer on Aiden Hutchinson plus 1,400. I love what I saw
like that
last year.
Yep. Yeah.
And as these defensive players, once he starts to grow into his own, gets a little bit stronger, maybe puts on a little bit more muscle. This kid is a beast, dude. That Detroit defense is impressive.
I think what'll help is obviously that defense is good, but I think because the offense is so good, teams are going to have to throw to keep up with them. So it's going to give him a chance to just pin his ears back and go. Just win, baby.
Exactly right. Just win, baby. Just win. And student, sound off, student.
Yeah.
That
must be bored.
Get that Raiders shit out
of here. Must
be bored.
Yeah.
All right. So we just touched on our season leaders for the most important categories, guys. We're going to run down here kind of a snake format. Kevin's going to go, I'm going to go. Kevin's going to go, I'm going to go. Not quite snake, but we'll go every other. These are some player props that we like, that we've placed. More to come, guys, but this is what stuck out to us right now that we love. Kev, lead us off.
So I've got first one here. If you think I might be a Cowboys fan, but I got Dak plus 29.5. Passing touchdowns. I got the over.
What?
Move on. Yeah. I mean, he's going to throw the ball 50 times a game. 50 times a game, he's going to throw it.
I know that BetUS is offering an amazing promo right now where you can get 25% deposit match. Kevin, I will take your action on all of these Dak props. No limit. I'll take it all. This is crazy.
So,
this is ludicrous.
Let's cut into this for a second here. Why do you not think if he throws the ball 40 times a game, which he is going to do, why don't you think he's going to have elevated numbers in the passing game?
I think what we saw last year was an anomaly. That's why.
Okay.
So you don't think the league is going to adjust to Dak Prescott carving them up last year with CeeDee Lamb? You don't think the league's going to adjust at all? Josh and Steph Diggs were carving up the league year after year, and then all of a sudden, it's like Steph was not existent. Did his talent go down? Is he getting older? Sure. Those might be things. They played a different style of defense to get him. The Cowboys can't run the ball. Dak isn't mobile. They can't run the ball. So you're telling me they're not going to drop back in coverage and bracket CeeDee Lamb?
They couldn't run the ball last year. Hey, Justin Jefferson's been doing it in Minnesota. CeeDee's he's not as good as Justin, but he's right there. He's going to get his, which in turn I think Dak's going to get his. So
what minute? I mean, was Kirk Cousins
again?
Throwing for over 30 touchdowns?
What
was Kirk Cousins throwing for over 30 touchdowns?
I don't know what he was at the last couple healthy years. I don't remember.
And how about, I mean, if Dallas is, I don't know. This is way too much Dallas talk, dude. Anyways,
hey, I agree. I hate Dallas. I don't know why Dak kept popping up. But okay, you're up.
I got Derrick Henry over 975 rushing yards. 975 rushing yards, Derrick Henry. Are you telling me that Derrick Henry is not going to grab 1,000 yards rushing his first year in the Ravens?
Only thing that's keeping him from doing that would be injury. That's it.
Take an outline. If you could find an outline for over 1,100, for over 1,200 for Derrick Henry, the odds are going to be good. I would go and play that. I don't know if any books are offering alt player prop rushing yard lines, but if they are, go grab it. Kev?
All right. I've got Jared Goff, 26.5 passing touchdowns. I got the over. Talked about a little bit earlier. That offense, man, they've got the wide receivers, they got the tight end. They're going to drop off to Gibbs. I just like the over on that. Thought that was a good number.
No, I like that play a lot. I like that. I love that play a lot more than that, trash Prescott shit you've been fucking.
Me too. Trust me, I hate Dallas.
Anyways, look at this. Dak's got a better chance at getting more passing touchdowns than Goff at 26.5. And this next bet that I placed, Josh Allen over 27.5 passing touchdowns. Our daddy guys got him at 29 conservatively. I think he can go a hell of a lot higher than that. He might lead the league in passing touchdowns. If that's going to happen, 27.5 is going to seem so foolish. I love him spreading the ball out. Josh Allen over 27.5 passing touchdowns. Book it. Hodge coming in here. Hang on. Hodge coming in. Henry's body has to fall apart eventually. Not this year, Slob. Not this year.
That's the only thing that's going to stop him. Yep. All right. I've got Jaden Daniels, 17.5 passing touchdowns over again. That seems kind of low. What's your thoughts on that?
Super low, especially for someone that was just dishing it out to Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas last year. I mean, He's got McLaurin. He's got Dotson. Who did they pick up? Ertz? Did I hear an Ertz sighting?
And when he gets hurt, Sanat, baby.
That's not. I mean, over 17.5 passing touchdowns. I could, they do have Eckler and Robinson, though. Are they going to be running the ball a little bit more to take the pressure off of Jaden Daniels? Not to mention that he runs the ball. Yeah, I could see it, Kev, but it's not one that I'm playing right now. But kudos to you. Here's one for you, Kev. Zamir White over 4.5 rushing touchdowns. Raiders are going to be pushing the ball down the field with their wideouts, Myers, Adams, their new tight end, their new weapon, Brock Bowers, and then they got who's the one from Notre Dame that you guys drafted?
Michael Mayer.
Right? They're going to be throwing the ball, whether it's Aiden O'Connell, whether it's is it Gardner Minshew?
Yep.
I love that. I think they're going to want to run the ball. That much we do know, right?
Yeah, I had that on my list too. Over 4.5. Yeah,
you got it too.
They're going to run.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. There we go. We got some agreement there, folks. If we're agreeing on a prop,
nothing like the Raiders. Nothing like a little Raiders to bring it together, right?
If we agree on a prop, guys, stay away from it. Zamir White's going to get hurt week 1.
We just mushed Zamir White. Yeah.
Hey, as all my buddies call me, Neffy the Mush. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not Neffy the Mush, dude. You guys are lumping me in with like someone like Marty Mush. That's scumbag, dude. No,
Marty Mush. Yeah.
Marty
Mush, you are not. All right, I've got my next one here. I've got Jordan Love, 27.5 passing TDs over again.
I like
that. 3 to 4 good wide receivers, young tight end. They're going to throw it. I think this is going to be a huge year for him. So 27.5, I'll take the over.
I agree. And I'm big on Jordan Love in fantasy too. I think he's got all the weapons to do what he needs to do. And he could be mobile. Look for Jordan Love to maybe run in 3 to 5 touchdowns this year, right? And that's what you're looking for in a quarterback in fantasy, guys.
Funny when Rodgers leaves. Real quick, when Rodgers leaves, all of a sudden now they just draft wideouts like crazy. All the years they didn't draft them, So
the irony, I love it.
Yep.
I love Drake London over 5.5 receiving touchdowns this year. That offense is going to open up, man. They finally got a quarterback, Kirk Cousins, who is capable of pushing the ball down the field. They're going to be able to run the ball with Bijan and Tyler. We already saw that last year. It will get better. I do think the offense is going to look way different, and I like Drake London. You know my love for Kyle Pitts, right? I love Drake London, especially Darnell Mooney, I think. No, not Mooney. Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore got hurt. So they have Mooney and they have Drake London and Pitts. Those are their 3 big targets. I love that. We got a comment here, Kev. Let's see this. Raiders, what do you guys think of Devontae Adams over 6.5 at -120? Yeah, I played that.
Yep. I'd hit the over on that.
I like that. I like them at 8 or 9 touchdowns this year.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. He'll get a bunch of
targets. I got a Devontae Adams prop coming up here in a bit, Matt. Kev?
All right. Here I've got Kyler Murray, 20.5 passing TDs. I'm hitting the over on a lot of these, over that. I think that offense is going to be decent. Their defense is going to not be good. They're going to be having to keep up. They're going to have to throw it. I know he does run a little bit. I wonder if that's going to go down some just because of his injuries, but I like the over 20.5.
We got I don't know which bet Hodge is referring to. Hodge, if you're listening, throw it in the chat. Let's talk about it. Kyler Murray, 20.5 passing touchdowns. Ooh, I think that's a super sharp number. I don't love it. I don't hate it. So that's going to be a stay away from me. I could see it, but I could also see them, running the ball. Connor and Trey Benson. I know they got the.
I think they're going to be. I think second half of games they're going to be trailing and they're going to be throwing. It's kind of part of my thinking on that.
I can see that. Maybe take the Kyler Murray over interceptions prop. I got Michael Pittman over 4.5 receiving touchdowns. That just seems too low.
That seems way low.
It seems way too low. I mean, if everyone that I listen to on these fantasy sports shows, all these other podcasts, they love Pittman. They love Pittman. Well, is it just because he's getting PPR points? He's going to be catching some touchdowns. 4.5 touchdowns seems criminally low. Michael Pittman, over 4.5 receiving touchdowns. Book it.
Yep. STR. All right. My next one up here, I've got Anthony Richardson, 3,200.5 passing yards. I'm like the under on that.
I got an under.
Even if I do have. I don't have many of them. I just feel like even if he's good, it's going to be because he's running the ball, RPO stuff.
3,200 seems like a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I that seems really high. Coming off an injury, he couldn't throw the ball at Florida. So I'll smash the under on that.
Love it. Here you go, Matt. Devontae Adams, over 1,025.5 receiving yards. We saw O'Connell at the end of the season there start to open it up a little bit. I do think Zamir White is going to be a nice to sit up to play action. Whether it's Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, I think both guys are going to take their shots down the field, which I love. Devontae Adams over 1,025.5. Easy for me to say. Receiving yards. Book it.
All right. You want to end that there? You want to throw one more in here?
No. Keep going.
Okay.
Because you got another under here, and I love it.
Okay, yeah, because this goes against your last. You had CJ Stroud over, right? So I like CJ Stroud 4,200.5 passing yards. I like the under. Kind of contradicting your earlier placement.
Season, to lead the league in passing yards. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think a little bit of regression, just, second year. We talked about it last show, a little bit. Teams having some film on him. I think they will run the ball a little bit more with Mixon. So I just thought that was kind of a high number. Yeah.
I agree. I think all his props, all these Houston guys are so inflated right now. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe they're going to come out and, be the fucking best team in the league. But
no,
I don't think so, dude. Cooper Kupp over 950.5 receiving yards. We've touched on Cooper Kupp every single podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I threw a flyer on him to lead the league in receiving touchdowns. I do like him to get over 1,000 yards this year. If you like that, you're going to love him at 950.5. Kev, hit your next two props in conjunction with one another.
Okay, yeah, I've got two here. Same guy. I've got Bijan, 1,500 rushing yards over. He bulk of the carries. They're going to run the ball. And Bijan, 6.5 rushing TDs over. Bijan early, often, all the time. So, yep.
I love it. They finally got a quarterback in there that can free up that run game a little bit, right? I like the over rushing props. The rushing touchdowns, a little scary for me. I think it's a sharp line, but I like him to eclipse 1,000 yards. So in light of the Brandon Ayuk news, rookie Pearsall getting hurt, how about Deebo Samuel over 750.5 receiving yards? If they're going to restrict CMC a little bit, because he had like 420 touches last year, something crazy. If they're going to limit his touches a little bit, try and keep him healthy for the whole season, Deebo's got to get his, especially if Ayuk goes somewhere else. I mean, if Ayuk goes somewhere else, what do you think this Deebo receiving yard line jumps up to? 850?
Maybe a little more, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You got a rookie coming in, unproven. Yeah, rookie, unproven. I mean, Kittle's not going to get you a ton of yards. He'll have his boom games. Touchdowns, yeah. Yep. I like that one.
Keep an eye on Brandon Ayuk, guys. If Brandon Ayuk's out of here, run to your local book. Kev, why don't you wrap up your last two here? Oh, you got three.
Right.
You got three.
Yeah,
hey,
I got
Let me steal this next one. Jake Ferguson. Kevin and I love Jake Ferguson this year in fantasy. We both love him to get 5.5 receiving touchdowns. Kevin pointed it out first. I stole it because I love it. Jake Ferguson, Dallas Cowboys, over 5.5 receiving touchdowns.
Yep.
Book it.
He gets the bulk of the red zone targets. Most red zone targets by tight end last year. My last one, I'll go with I got Chris Godwin, 850.5 receiving yards.
Okay, spicy.
I kind of like him. I mean, Mike Evans has been as consistent as they come, but Godwin's moving back into the slot, which I think he is more suited for. So I look for him to have an up year this year.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right, guys, there's a million player props out there. BetUS.com. We're pulling all these from there. They have everything, guys. We're pulling all of our stats from BetUS.com, all the lines from BetUS.com.
Yep.
Promo code DUE, DUE, BetUS.com. 125% bonus when you deposit. I mean, it's the best deposit bonus in all of sports gambling right now, guys. BetUS.com, promo code DUE. All right,
they're adding more props as they go. Yep.
Oh my God, yeah.
Daily. Yep.
Yes, that's a good point, Kev. You can't get all these props that we're looking at now. You couldn't get them a month ago. The closer we get to the season, guys, the more random shit they're putting on there. I didn't get into it, but there's some obscure bets about Bill Belichick. Dude, we are going to get into the nitty gritty with some of these crazy specials. So make sure you guys are tuning in for our future episodes. Let's go. Bill specific player props, Kev, which I know you love to talk about. Our Bills, your Bills now. You're hanging out in Neffy. Bill specific player props. Guys, we're hitting them. We're just taking over or under. We're going to say one. Kev, we're both going to say over or under. If we want to analyze it, Kev, we'll analyze it. Let's run through it. Lead us off.
All right, we got Josh Allen, 27.5 passing TDs. I got the over.
Over. We already talked about it. Already bet it. Let's go.
Yep. Josh Allen, 37.5 passing yards. Give me the over again.
Taking the over. We talked about this earlier in the show. Our data guys got him at around 39.50. That's about 200 yards in value. You might say, 200 yards is not a lot. When it comes to gambling, 200 yards is a lot.
Yep.
Kev, keep going.
All right, Josh Allen, 500.5 rush yards. I took the under.
I also took the under here. James Cook, Ray Davis.
Yeah, I think they're just going to maybe try to run him a little less than they maybe have.
Ty Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Other Buffalo Bills running backs insert here. Yeah, Josh Allen is, if he eclipses 500 rushing yards this year, I think something went terribly wrong, guys. Shout out our Jake FB Data. That's our data guy, Dude Champions. The dude is a wizard. That's all I want to say about that. Check back at the end of the season, guys, for this over 3750 passing yards. Yep. Matt Dygert is saying that he likes the over for Josh Allen rushing yards. I would like to respectfully disagree and let you know that you're wrong. Okay, let's move it on. Keon Coleman receiving yards. The line's placed at 700.5. Kevin?
I was back and forth on this one. I ended up going over on it. Might be that's right there. That number's right there for me. So
seemed like a sharp line. I thought the same thing. 700.5 receiving yards for Keon Coleman. I took the under. I think he's going to have some big games. I think he's going to have some struggles. I think he does have a hard time getting separation. He still does. It was apparent in the last game. Lockdown Bills covered it. What's up, Bills Mafia? He covered it. It's going to be an issue, but I think he's going to get his, just not over 700 this year. Hopefully he grows into it. Keon Coleman receiving touchdowns. The line is set at 4.5. Kev?
Over.
I like the over as well. He's a big, lengthy target in the end zone. I love that. Yep. We got Lon Navanaugh here asking for a Curtis Samuel rushing yards. It will not – it's not there, Lon. They don't have it. I can't find it on my book. If you find me a line, put it in the comments. I'll give you an over and under. Matt is telling us here, Josh Allen will average more than 30 yards per game on the ground. I don't think so, Matt. Plain and simple. Keep it moving. Kincaid receiving touchdown. Kincaid receiving yards, 750.5. Okay.
Give me the over. I think this is a big year for him.
Yes. Smash. Love Kincaid over 750.5 receiving yards. I know it's lofty. He's probably got the best hands on the team. I know Shakir is there. Shakir is more of a separating guy. Kincaid has got those glue hands, right? We love Kincaid. We love him catching the ball. I think he's got the rapport with Josh. I love it. Kincaid receiving touchdowns at 5.5.
We got the over. I think he'll be a big red zone target, him and Coleman, but I think he'll find them holes in the zone. Give me the over.
I agree. Why don't you run us off our last four, Kev?
Okay, so we got Kincaid receiving touchdowns, 5.5. We just did. So then we got, we got James Cook rush yards, 875.5. I took the over on that.
I took the under on this. He eclipsed 1,000 last year. I think they're going to take some of that off of him a little bit. Don't ask me why I think that. I just, I think Ray Davis is going to be a little bit better. We need to keep these guys fresh. I know James Cook looked good last year. But I'm going under 875.5. I think it's a sharp line, though, because I could see him close to 900. So it's just something that I'm staying away from.
Yep. So this next one here, we got Cook total touchdowns. So that's rushing and receiving, 6.5. I got the over. I think he's going to have an up year in touchdowns, but I just don't know if it's going to be receiving or if it's going to be rushing. So I took the over on that.
No, I like that. So initially I thought that it was rushing touchdowns, and I took under. It's total touchdowns. They want to pass James Cook the ball. They just want to. and I'm fine with that. So if he gets, 4 or 5 rushing, 2 or 3 receiving, boom, over 6.5 right there, right? I think I'm with you there. I think he gets 7 total touchdowns. So I do think it's a pretty sharp line.
Yep.
A couple more.
All right, 2 more here. Curtis Samuel receiving yards, 625.5. I took the over again early in my mock drafts. I was loving him. His ADP has gotten a little too rich for my blood now, but I think he'll be over that number.
Now he's going too early in fantasy drafts now. If Coleman's not going to eclipse 700.5, Samuel and Shakir have to step up, right?
Yeah.
I like the over 625.5 for Samuel.
Yep.
I think he gets closer to 700 than Keon Coleman does.
Yep. Okay. Last one here. Curtis Samuel receiving touchdowns, 3. I took the under on that. I just think the ball is going to be spread around some of them other guys in the red zone, maybe a little more.
Doesn't that line seem low to you though?
Yeah, it does. I feel like between Kincaid and Keon Coleman in the red zone, they might be hogging up some of them red zone targets.
I like over 3. I like them closer to 5. I can see it going both ways. I like it closer to 5 though.
Okay.
We also we got Khalil Shakir here. I'm looking for the lines at Khalil Shakir.
All right,
Kev,
you want to look at?
Yeah, let me try and find these lines at Khalil Shakir.
Okay.
This is so odd that I can't find
All
these.
right.
Kev, go ahead, run down the awards. We're gonna hit NFL awards, guys.
All right, so NFL awards. First one I got here. We'll do the same thing as we did earlier. Who we think is going to win, and some odds we like on somebody else. So comeback player of the year. I've got Joe Burrow plus 250. The NFL made a statement after Joe Flacco won last year that this award is supposed to be for somebody coming off an injury or somebody who came some adversity of some sort, and not somebody like Joe Flacco who just had a terrible year and then had a good year. So
of all the we don't need to talk about it.
So I think so Joe Burrow, quarterback, high, just highly touted. He was injured. If he's Joe Burrow this year, I think he's in line to get that. Odds wise, I like Kyler Murray. Same thing. Half a season last year hurt. Plus 2,500. So I definitely like that plus 2,500.
I like that too.
Yours? Okay.
No. I can't find these Shakir lines anywhere for whatever reason. I'm sure
I couldn't
they're
either.
out there, guys. We'll touch on it because I do like the Shakir props this year. I do think that Shakir is going to have a solid year. He could lead the team in receiving. That's the type of year that I think Shakir could have over Kincaid, who we both think is going to have a monster year. So comeback player of the year, Kev likes Joe Burrow plus 250. Kyler Murray is a long shot plus 2,500. With him coming back a little bit last year, I don't know that they'll give it to him, but why not on the odds? So I like Rodgers at plus 125. We know the league just loves Aaron Rodgers. It's the chalkiest one.
I actually think the league kind of hates him now.
He's good for business. He's good for business, right?
Yeah.
He got hurt, first game of the year after all that hype. He's
4
running
plays,
out of the field with the American flag against us. I mean, I also like Burrow at plus 250, but I think if Anthony Richardson has just a good season in general, plus 650, I think they're going to be torn. If Rodgers doesn't have the season everyone expecting him to have last year, this year, AR-15 comes out plus 650. I think that could happen. So, hey, we got our here we go.
Yeah.
Hang on. We need to go back.
Yep.
Boom, Shakir. 625.5 receiving yards. Smash the over. That is criminally low. receiving touchdowns at 3. Okay, guys, run. We should pause the show. Matt, where'd you get these from? We need to go place these bets immediately. I like these the most out of any of the Bills receiving props. I love these Khalil Shakirs. Yes.
Now I will say, he's the only receiver coming back from last year, so he's going to have a rapport with Allen.
Yep. He turned it up. All right, let's fly through these NFL awards, Kev. Who do you like Coach of the Year this year?
Coach of the Year, Matt LaFleur, plus 1,200.
Okay.
Good offense, young quarterback. They should be good in that division. Them, the Lions, battling for that division. Odds in that division, Dan Campbell, plus 2,000.
Okay.
I'm kind of reading a little bit of the storylines. Dan Campbell was a hot name last year. Everybody loved him. Maybe he actually wins it this year.
Yeah, it's with the success he had last year, I think it makes it a little more challenging. Matt's saying that it's over on Prize Picks. With what they did last year, I think it's a little challenging for him to get it. But I could see LaFleur, if the Packers make a little bit more noise in the playoffs this year, make it to the NFC Championship game, something crazy like that. If they make it to the Super Bowl, I think LaFleur at plus 1,200. I love that. I went with Eberflus for the Bears at plus 850.
The Bears.
Yeah. They have so much talent there. I think Caleb Williams is actually going to be the truth, regardless of what shade his nails are for that week. And like we talked about, we do think that the nail polish adds a couple hundred RPM to the football when he's throwing it. There's something to that. We already touched on that. Okay, I hate this, but I have to go with it anyways. Robert Saleh plus 1,600.
I can't believe you got that on here.
Value. Kevin, I just, I see numbers, I see value. I don't see this disgustingly green color here. Robert Saleh plus 1,600. If the Jets come out and make the noise that they're supposed to, Saleh at 1,600 is going to happen because he's had disappointing year over disappointing year over disappointing year. You got to like that. I also wrote down here Callahan for Tennessee. I think they got some young talent on that team.
I don't hate that, but the fact that him and Dan Campbell are both plus 2,000 seems
crazy,
odd. Like
I agree.
It seems like an odd. They should be further apart.
The odds for Coach of the Year are all very juicy, and I think that is because there's a lot more politics that goes into it. So bet at your own risk. Defensive Player of the Year, Kev. Who do you like?
TJ Watt plus 600. This is kind of chalk with my earlier picks a little bit. Then I've got Max Crosby at plus 700 and another one there, Hutchinson plus 1,100. Kind of goes in line with your Hutchinson pick earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. I grabbed Parsons at plus 500. I can't argue with any of your picks, and I actually had Hutchinson as my long shot at plus 1,100. Parsons is an animal, man. This dude is all over the field. Huge impact player. I think if Dallas does make some noise this year, I think it's because their defense. I don't think it's because their offense. I made that very clear to you for an hour and 9 minutes now.
Yeah.
Okay. Offensive Player of the Year.
I've got, you said it, I've got another Cowboy here. CeeDee Lamb plus 900.
Dude, I'm buying you a Cowboys jersey.
And I hate the Cowboys. Like I tell you, I hate the Cowboys.
No, you don't. You love it.
And my odds, Bijan plus 1,600.
Ooh, I love that. Dude, if Bijan comes out and has the year that we think he's going to have in fantasy, people are taking him at number 1 overall. Crazy people like myself, absolute lunatics, grabbing him 1-1 overall to win their leagues. If he does that plus 1,600, why not? Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to have a monster year. I got Jamar Chase at plus 850. I got Bijan at plus 1,600. I like both of those. I threw Gibbs up here. If Gibbs' injury stays quiet and he's able to get on the field, there's so much hype around this dude. in high stakes fantasy leagues. There's a lot of people that know what they're talking about a lot more than I fucking do. Gibbs at plus 2,500, the value's there. And listen, we're going to go crazy here. Derrick Henry at plus 6,000.
I think that's the craziest odds we've had on here, right? 6,000?
Yes. I have some crazy odds coming up here. Derrick Henry, though, is the craziest odds that I've taken out here. If he has 1 year left in him and he's on the Ravens, I know Greg Roman isn't there anymore, but they love to run that ball. They have a great offensive line. Derrick Henry, if he goes wild this year, dude, what if he has a 20 touchdown rushing year? What if he does that? Are we talking about him as offensive player of the year?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If the Ravens make some noise in the playoffs,
that's what's
going to him for offensive player of the year.
Yep.
That's where I'm at with that. So at plus 6,000, guys, go throw $5 on it and maybe thank me later. And if he doesn't win it, I just don't at me, dude. I don't care.
Don't at me.
Defensive rookie of the year. No one to blame, guys. It's the name of the fucking show.
I've got Dallas Turner plus 400 in Minnesota. And I've got on odds here, I got Chop Robinson out of Miami plus 1,200. I figure teams are going to have to throw to keep up with him, leads to guys getting maybe some elevated sack numbers. So got Chop Robinson there plus 1,200.
Agreed. I'm with you on Turner. I have a couple guys down here. I'm with you on Turner. I like Dallas Turner a lot. The odds are short for a reason. I know plus 400 doesn't sound like it's short. I also I'm hearing a lot of noise, Rams camp. Jared Verse and this kid Fisk, I believe they both played at Florida State together, if I'm not wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. This dude, Jared Verse, is the better of the two. He's going to get a lot of run on this aggressive LA Rams defense at plus 1,000. If he goes out there and does some Aaron Donald light type of work, I mean, at plus 1,000, what's not to like there, guys? And you know that Rams offense is explosive, right?
They will get creative on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Yeah, exactly. How about offensive rookie in the year?
Offensive rookie of the year, pretty chalk here. Caleb Williams, we talked about it a little bit. Man, the guy showed out the other day, had poise, was slinging the ball around. And I've got on my odds, I've got Marvin Harrison Jr. plus 650. He's a top wideout that got drafted this year. Plus 650, like you said, throw $5 on it, throw $10 on it, roll with it. He's playing with a good quarterback.
Matt Tigert over here. Matt wants a 4-player parlay for plus. So 4 players all to eclipse 1,000 receiving yards on the year. Kev, give me 2 players that you like to get over 1,000 receiving yards.
All right, I'm pulling up I'm looking at our joint rankings here from the fantasy show. So 2 players over 1,000. Go first. Okay, go ahead.
Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase, both over 1,000. Book it.
Give me Amon-Ra and CD.
Why? We had such a good thing going there until you had to drop CD Lamb in there.
It was either him or Justin Jefferson.
Okay, yeah. We're good. Okay, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, all over 1,000 yards. Matt, plug it in your parlay calculator.
Yeah. That's about as chalk as you can get, I think, on that receiver.
Yeah. Plug it in.
That's your top 4 guys, man. Yep. All right. Let's see it.
So we were on offensive rookie of the year here. Kev likes Caleb Williams at plus 140. Yeah, man. There's a reason that he's only plus 140 to win a season-long NFL award bet because he's the truth. He's a good player. Marvin Harrison Jr. at plus 650. He's going to be limited by that Arizona offense. I know that when DeAndre Hopkins went there, that he ate, but he was already an established player. Let's see how that pans out. I got Jaden Daniels at plus 550. He's explosive. I don't think there's as much pressure on Washington. So there's a lot of pressure on Chicago to do something this year. Caleb Williams went 1-1 in the draft, plus 140 to win the award. Jaden Daniels does not have that pressure. If this kid comes out and wins 7, 8, 9 games, this kid comes out and takes the Commanders to the playoffs, dude, you're getting Jaden Daniels at plus 550. I love that. I'm hearing some interesting things about Bo Nix. Bo Nix, dude, I saw a tweet the other day from Big Cat, and he's got it goes, Bo Nix, dark horse candidate for Heisman.
Hey, I'll take them odds.
Dude, this dude's been playing college football for 6 or 7 years, it feels like.
Yeah,
Auburn, Oregon, my gosh. Okay, he's
already past his prime. He's already past his prime, and he's in his rookie year, right?
If Bo Nix comes out and makes some noise at plus 1,400, why not? I could see it. Another one that I like this year, Ladd McConkey. Yeah, here's my boy, Slob Baffert. Bo Nix, 26-year-old rookie. He's got to start thinking about retirement in a few years, dude.
He might be 27 already. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, exactly. I like Ladd McConkey, offensive rookie of the year, plus 3,000 as a long shot. The kid finds separation. He's a great route runner. I know Justin Herbert has this wild plantar fasciitis injury where he's going to be playing, but it's like a partial tear. I don't know, dude. They're so cryptic about it anyways. If Justin Herbert stays healthy with all the departures from the Chargers, I know they want to run the ball. Greg Roman, Harbaugh, I get all that. But if Ladd McConkey comes out and has 1,000 receiving yards and maybe 10 touchdowns, he's going to have to be in this conversation. That's a crazy rookie season. There's not a lot of guys getting targets there. We talked about Joshua Palmer being a sleeper. Matt Dygert. Okay. Matt, we want Hill, Chase, Jefferson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Get CeeDee Lamb out of there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jefferson, Hill, and Chase. Plug it in, Matt. Plug it in.
Lock it in.
We were talking about special bets. Slob Baffert here, the Sir Purr special. Panthers under 5.5 wins at plus 102.
Plus 102.
Dude, you're getting plus money on under 5.5 wins?
Yeah. Hey, they're trying to get the number one pick again since they blew the one last year in that trade.
They're gonna need it, dude.
They're gonna be tanking.
God.
Yeah.
If I was the owner, I'd be throwing beers at people too, man. I get it. It's frustrating. All right, Kev, round out our show today with the MVP of the NFL this season.
MVP. So you're talking politics earlier with the coaches, like guys, quarterbacks of the position, college, they win the Heisman, NFL. Like Josh Allen should have probably won it last year over Lamar Jackson. I just think if all is normal in the world with the Bills, Josh Allen plus 800, hey, I'll take it.
Say it louder. For the people in the back, Kev, say it louder. What did you say? That he should have won it?
One and done. I ain't gonna say it again. I said it once, but that's the truth.
Go.
And then my odds: Jordan Love plus 1,400. Like you said, they get into the playoffs and they're hot. Young quarterback, kind of came on the scene late last year.
Yeah,
that second year, it's kind of like the Pro Bowl. Great guys don't get in the Pro Bowl their first year because nobody knows them. It's always that second year. So same thing with this. So
absolutely,
who you got?
So I like both your picks for my winners this year. I like Allen. I like Love. I think they both have teams that got some juice behind them. I think if they're going to make some noise, it's going to be because of those two guys. For my long shots, you heard me talk about this guy a little bit in the show, Trevor Lawrence. I think he's going to have a little bit of bounce back season. If it's better than I anticipate at plus 2,800 to win the MVP, love those odds. Anthony Richardson. Plus 3,000. It's strictly a number thing. It's strictly a ceiling thing with him. We don't know what this guy's going to do.
He could have that Cam Newton, that Cam Newton, kind of type of year. Doesn't throw the ball great, to start, kind of figures it out as his career goes on or as the season goes on. gets at least decent throwing the football, he's going to be putting up decent numbers. So
yes. Hey, so Matt got back to us on our parlay. So for Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, all to eclipse 1,000 yards minus 125, I'm going to place that bet. I love that bet. I know you're laying $1.25, whatever. All those guys are going to get 1,000 yards this year. Go place that parlay. Wanted to shout out. They just want to say congrats. Thank you very much. We appreciate the support, guys. Go comment, like, subscribe, stream, do all the above.
Yep.
Talk to us in here. We're going to put your comment up. We're going to talk about it. Let's argue about it. We love to argue.
Hit the comments. Get us on X. Hit us on X.
Show, guys.
Have some questions. Yep.
This show is brought to you guys by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. We mentioned it 1,000 times. We're going to mention it 1,001. BetUS.com, promo code DUE, D-U-E. The best deposit bonus, 125%, guys. You can reach them 24/7. Go check out BetUS.com. They have all the lines. They have a great race book. They have a casino. They got everything you guys need there. Go check them out.
Yep. Adding bets daily, adding props daily. Hit them up. Yep. All right, man.
Yeah, before we sign off here, I want to talk about next week's show real quick, guys. We're going to be getting into division winners. We're going to be talking about season win totals. We're going to go team by team, division by division, conference by conference. Next week, we're doing AFC. We're also going to touch on some college football that we like. The following week, we're going to get into the NFC. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl champion, way too early Super Bowl champion. And then 9-5, we're streaming 9-5 Thursday Night Football, open up the season. We've already got some bets that we place that we love on the game. Tune in, guys. Like, subscribe, share on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter, _Neffy. Kevin.
Yep. Hit me up, Kevin3E2 on X. Good show, man. No one to blame.
Guys, check out Sons of Erie, DueChampions.com.
New merch coming
They're
soon.
updating the website right now. There's going to be some more merch on there, guys. Go check them out. Yep. Support the dude. The artwork. The artist formerly known as Otis, putting out some of the best artwork in the game. I can't stress this enough, guys. Go check it out, sonsoferie.com. Kev, good to be seen, brother.
Yep. No one to blame. Have a good night.
No one to blame.